Melody. Please.
Greetings and welcome to Snarky Pleasant. I am Cyan, and today we're gonna talk about the brave new. Wait, wait. I have a difficult and disheartening news this weekend. Good for someone else, but definitely a bummer for me, so I'm changing my previous book selection of the week. Because if it is out there a book that always takes off of my moody ways, it is The Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy. More the audio version narrated by Stephen Fry. Wherever you are, thank you Douglas Adams and Mr. Fry, because this week is going to be hell. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams is one of the most beloved science fiction books of the last century. It's amazing. You can tag this fantastic piece as a science fiction, humor, and fantasy and classic genders. If you haven't read it, you are one of the reasons why we, humans, are only the third most intelligent species on Earth, behind mice and dolphins. But as my favorite rule inside the guide says, don't panic. Never panic. The plot. Arthur Dent is an ordinary man that is having a bad day. His home is being demolished, or is going to be demolished, because a new highway bypass is needed as a part of a government progress plan. He's not allowed to complain because, after all, it's for his own good. And we all know how most bureaucrats play. So, goodbye, house. Sounds horrible, right? But in reality, it doesn't matter either. Why? Well, Earth is going to be destroyed because the powers of the galaxy has decided to make a hyper special express route, and our dear planet is in its way. Like Arthur House, they're stopping progress, so they have to go. And I know you're saying, but it's a planet with billions of beings. Yeah, try to explain that to the galaxy bureaucrats, you naive thing. Now that I think so, it would have been great if instead of putting the greatest brain of the earth trying to please Earth case with the aliens, humans just had decided to put our bureaucrats in charge of the negotiations. That would have probably given us some ions. It's like when you require to make a government procedure in person. There's a lady there, and she say, "Hi, did you bring all the documents?" "Yeah, I read the requirements on your page." Let me check." Sip of coffee, a bubble gum popping. She's checking her smartphone, and then she's checking your papers and saying, "You don't have the F11 form." The what?" The F11. Your site never mentioned F11 form. Really? Uh, what a shame. I think they're upgrading the page. You see, in the other side of the building, you will find a little office with a blue window. There, you can download and print the F11 form. And come back. Okay, so I just return with you? No. You have lost your turn now. You have to go to line B. Lady. Are you telling me? Are you really telling me that I have to go to the office with the blue window, take a turn, imprint and fold the F11 form paper, come back here, and then go to the end of the line, and not this one, but that one? You know, the one that had 100 people? Yes. Lady, I made my appointment via internet to speed our process or your process. And I had been waiting for hours. And now you're telling me that I have just lost my place and have to go to the end to the normal line? Yes. Or you can come another day, you know? Have leave or heard something like that? Raise your hand in the air. Yeah. I know not all bureaucrats are like that, but let's face it, most of them are. Sorry, friends. You know I'm right. Anyway, returning to the story. Arthur is still arguing with the workers about his house when his friend Ford drops by and in a nonchalant way asks him, "What's new?" Arthur starts to explain him the whole mess with the demolition of his house and Ford dismisses it and invite him to drink in the town pub. You can imagine that Arthur cannot believe his friend. He's like, what's wrong with this dude? But then Ford does something strange, and the bureaucrat promised to wait until they return from the pub, and also accomplished to convince Arthur to leave his place and go with him. In the pub, Ford makes Arthur eat some peanuts, and drink a beer, and start to tell him his story. He's not from Earth. He's an alien, a writer and a reporter from the Ultimate Travel Survive Guide, a life lesson book. And now that Earth is going to be destroyed, he's going to go away, and because Arthur is kind of his best friend, Force wants to take Arthur with him and escape Earth. Arthur thinks that his friend had lost his marbles. He's having this inside conversation saying like, oh my god, my friend just got nuts, when they heard a terrible sound. And after you can say the Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy, o La Guía del Viajero Intergaláctico en español, Arthur and his alien friend are clandestine passengers inside one of the alien demolition ships. And that's how Arthur started to appreciate the ultimate travel, survive, and advice guidebook that is the Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy. And that's only the beginning, because soon they are part of a plot to find the answer to life, universe, and everything. Yes, the ultimate answer for everything. I sound the book sounds crazy. And I have to admit that this book is not for everyone. You love it or you will find it silly. Like our sisters, my sister and the other science sister did. But definitely, it's a must if you like science fiction, humor, and love the irreverence of life itself. This book is a ludicrous space odyssey through the absurd of human existence. It is awesome. Some of my favorite quotes from first copy of the Guide to the Galaxy book is number one and the most important, don't panic. Never panic. The second, improbable doesn't mean impossible. So expect everything. And the third, just when you think life can possibly get any worse, it suddenly does. I give this novel in particular 5 to 5 Tesla light bulbs. Definitely it's a book that always put me in a good mood, and the gods knows that I need that. That was my snarky pleasant book review of the week. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button. Join us and became a geek paladin. I am Cyan. Adios.
Melody. Music.